Something important is happening in Parliament tomorrow. I will give you the last word because that is where you work. So, David, this vote is coming up tomorrow. The Speaker yesterday launched a scathing attack on apparently what is allegedly happening within the Senate, also blaming the media. So, David, you're quick and very
you give him
thoughts.
the first go. That would be the best place to start, so that we listen to the insider.
Do you want to begin? And then I will still give you the opportunity to end, because we want to know what will happen, tomorrow and which way you'll be voting. Have you been misunderstood, this whole PSC bill?
Yes. First of all, I think the media is actually misleading the Kenyan people. At no point has any member of parliament talked about salary increment. What you saw on TV in the plenary, a few members of parliament talk about that. They were actually saying in expression that, fine, we need money, but what is in the house is not about money. It's about giving PSC, Parliamentary Service Commission, powers to decide on allowances, on other things. But salary is a preserve of the SRC. That one is not going to be increased. And by the way, I need to tell Kenyans that even if we choose to increase our salaries today in the house, it will not be effected today. It will take effect in the other house from 2022 all through. And some of the members of parliament will not be in the house then. They'll have lost. So it's not about salary increment. We are saying that Parliamentary Service Commission should be given teeth to bite. They do not have influence whatsoever on the welfare of its members. Yet, Teacher Service Commission has teeth on the welfare of its teachers. I mean, we are not saying that they should increase salary. And I think this should go down to people very well. In fact, we do not want an increment of salaries. I do not want an increment. My people have got so many challenges than the salary.
Can I ask, will it involve more money in your pocket?
It won't.
Whether it's salary or allowances or a mortgage. Will you get more? Because I think that's what Kenyans want to know. I mean, if you get better terms on a mortgage, you know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. Yeah. But I'll tell you this. Unfortunately, the most talked about people in this country are politicians. They are hated and liked in equal measure. No, but Sylvanus. I'm saying that because people have this notion that members of parliament have got a lot of money. Far from it. We do not have money. This thing of Parliamentary Service Commission, fine, they might come up with solutions to some of our problems, like lack of cars. They might come up with solutions. Like lack of cars. So let me ask it again. Yes. Will there be more money in your account? Will there be more cars parked in your parking lot?
Sylvanus will not answer you. I'll tell you this. He will be political about it. Let me go for his neck. Let me say this.
Let's just give him the opportunity.
It will not add any money in our pockets. Okay. But it will bring a discussion between us, between the parliament and SRC. It will be such a discussion.
I guess that's as good as we will get.
From the outset, Sylvanus agrees
very well done. Well
that
played.
the bill they want to discuss, the discussions they want to have is about how Parliamentary Service Commission is able to adjudicate on their allowances. Adjudicating here has never meant taking it down. It has just meant one thing, increasing it. Now, what they want is, because they know SRC is not going to bend backwards for them, they want the PSC to have enough powers to give them allowances of more than their salaries, which then bridges the gap between the amount that was slashed by SRC. I speak with absolute respect, knowing very well that by God's grace, I'm going to be in that house someday to try and represent my countrymen in that part of the, in that house. I want to let Sylvanus know, and it is obvious and common knowledge, comparative to our GDP, Kenyan legislators are the 5th highest earning legislators globally.
That is true.
If you compare our GDP to the amount that legislators take home, it is crazy. I know part of the problem is a societal problem where they have to carry the burden of all Harambes in the village and all the school fees at a personal level, and you do that and it's self-preserving, because if you don't do that, then you're not going to be re-elected next term. So you have to all juggle all this and a family to take care of. The expectations from the electorate on your person, not as a member of parliament, as Sylvanus, becomes absolutely overwhelming. Now, whereas we have to fix that, they have to be a bit empathetic with the situation Kenya is in at the moment, where poverty is reigning still. We need a lot of money to pay our debts. If we fixed all these loopholes you see here, this 70 billion, 111 billion, I tell you, we will be better placed. Don't pass that bill.
Let me say
but I'm also thankful that we have President Kenyatta to assent to it. And he said expressly.
But of course he'll decline to assent.
Thank you very much.
Bring it back to the House.
And then
we get to that, and you know,
then he will still decline.
No, when you get to that, he doesn't need to assent.
Your final.
But now, this is what I wanted to say. I'll tell you this, that members of parliament, the easiest way to become poor in this country is to be a member of parliament. And you've seen members of parliament after the 5-year term or 10-year term become poor and walk in the streets and everything, because we are living in a very funny society. The society that needs you to solve their problems but do not want you to have money in the pocket. They need you to have it for them. Today, for instance, I'll tell you, I'll tell you that electorate defines service on the number of Harambes you attend, on the number of barriers you support and stuff like that, and the fees that you pay to the student. We are not complaining. We survive because we are actually used to that. And when I joined politics, I knew that this is what is happening. But I need to tell Kenyans and any person who wants to join politics that I spend 300 to 400,000 every week when I go to the village, because just landing in the village gets me a queue of about 1,000 people with different problems. And
I really need to wrap this up.
There is no much money in parliament. But please, this bill is about welfare of parliamentarians, not necessarily
welfare, money, welfare.
No. It's not about money, although I'll pass it.
Cash.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So I would like us to finish with feedback on our SMS line 22422. Good morning. Please do not compare Kenyan cities management with the USA's. Kenya is supposed to be dirty, mismanaged, and corrupt. That's how Africans were created. We've proved it. Paul, Nairobi. Oh, wow.
That's ouch. Oh. That's so pessimistic.
Wow.
Please.
All right. Ouch. Gregory Akoy says, oh no, sorry. Let's do this other one. Good morning. I think it's still Paul in Nairobi. Says the DPP has done a good job. Do not listen to Kenyan lawyers who are themselves corrupt. Sonko should clean up Nairobi first. How can you walk on areas filled with human waste? Nairobi should be run by the central government, or national, as we call it now. Anne says, I do not agree with you. We are talking of now. You are being unrealistic. It's simple. Get buses to transport people from where they drop to CBD. We want order. The transport minister said they met, and I agree with the committee's solution. With that, let it be. Let it be. Sonko, at least you tried and have shown us that it will happen. Our town looks like a slum, and since our leaders do not see that, let it be. Kennedy in Kasarani says, if we need to decongest Nairobi City, first move government offices out of CBD, then personal cars will decrease. 2, introduce 52-seater buses. Dr. Ambrose Nyangao says, Honorable Busir, I think is referring to you, Sylvanus, voluntary amnesty can't work because for every 1 million shillings lost, there are probably 5 to 10 individuals involved, but only 1 or 2 are traceable. How does one accept to be crucified on behalf of others? The MP in this matter has the mindset we as Kenyans must reject. Let the DPP do his job. We are making progress. Didn't leave your name. Those are your views. Thank you for watching our news review. Daybreak takes a break, but we are back with more. Sam Gituku will be here in just a short while, so please do stay with us.